On the show this week,
I get overexcited about some manuals, do a wheelie on my Atari, we meet some crazy aliens, remember Capcom's forgotten racing game, and explore a world of brilliant shoot-em-ups.
Long live Thor.
Hello, yes, it is me, it is Jace at Retrogames! Hello, how are you? Happy Retrogames Day, it is Friday, yeah! Anyway, I don't know. How are you? Had a good week? It's been a strange one. Elon Musk hasn't been in the town this week. It's all back to normal. Look at this. I do this a lot, don't I? It's like I'm trying to clean the table without you realising. It's got a nice movement though, isn't it? More exercise. No more exercise. How are you anyway? What a strange week it's been. You might have seen we did an extra show. Did you watch the extra show? Now last week's show was a bit shorter. It was back down to half an hour. I had a bit of backlash. Oh, it's a bit short, Jace. A few people got on to me like, oh, why is this show so short? Half an hour is what we were aiming for in the beginning. And anyway, if my average view time is still only 6 minutes out of a half an hour video, then come on. What, you want more? I need a longer show to fast forward through. Is that what you're asking for? Watch the whole thing and then it'll last longer. A little tip for you. It's not all boring. I'm a lot of fun. Why are you all fast forwarding through the show? Stop fast forwarding. I'm hoping that I think the Hardcore 44 even started fast forwarding through the show. If you're all getting bored, please let me know you are bored of the show. Please, and then I can stop making it. I can stop making it, and I can get a lot more done on a Friday, with me Friday, than editing all day, and going through. I'll get more stuff on the site. I really would get them a lot more done if it wasn't for this show. I like the show. I like making the show. Sometimes a little bit more boring than others. I get more excited about cassettes and disc games. That are just from my own collecting perspective. Then I do more modern stuff, but I know the more modern stuff is quite exciting. I mean, I love all retro gaming, don't get me wrong, I love all formats, but for me, 8-bit is what I grew up with, and it's what, got me excited. So I get more excited when there's 8-bit stuff in the box, and this week there is no 8-bit. Well, there's some 8-bit in there, but yeah, there's a lot of people on YouTube making videos of stuff, isn't there? Am I adding anything to that, long list of history of people showing stuff? I don't know. I mean, obviously this stuff is all for sale, yes, because every week what we do, we go through all the latest items and I pick my favourites that are listed this week on the retrogames.co.uk website, yeah, and then you can buy them. And I'm kind of been holding off stuff till after the show goes out. I'm talking to that anyway. The extra show. Did you see the extra show? That was a whole hour. So you got a whole hour and so many games in that show. That went on and on and on. 1 hour of me showing games. So that made up for last Friday, didn't it? That was our new Bargain Basement show, where you get a chance tonight. As soon as this has gone live, you will also get the chance to buy the Bargain Basement lots that I talked about on Wednesday's show. If you missed out, you can still watch the show, obviously. And I'm hoping the boxes sell really quick. But if they didn't sell, then you've still got a chance to buy them. If they did sell, then I'll be geared up to make another Bargain Basement show soon. So, if they sell well, if all the boxes sell, even altogether, everything I showed in the video only came to about 200 quid. And that's if you bought everything, and that's like filling a whole car full. So, there was lots of bargains to be had, and I thank you for all the people who watched it and told me they enjoyed the show. It was very fast paced, just me like, here's a cassette, here's a disc, there's a cassette, it was a bit, yeah, a little bit. It was a little bit flan, that's not flan, flan. So yeah, I had to have a drink after the show, because not a beer, Not a beer, no. No, Tetley, I don't drink beer on my show. No, I think I needed to soothe the old larynx because I just talked so much for an entire hour. Yeah, not like that. Not as clear and concise as that. Shall we get on? Shall we get on with it? Shall we get on with it? What's in the box? What's in the box? What is in the box? What the hell is in that box? Well, there's loads of stuff in the box today. And I'm going to start with Sega. Yes, last week was dominated by Nintendo, loads of Nintendo stuff, which you guys all like. I know everyone loves Nintendo stuff, well, ish. So this week, back with Sega. And a little secret of retrogames.co.uk. Sega stuff sells faster than Nintendo stuff. What do you think about that? Do more people collect Sega than Nintendo? It's they might do, mightn't they? Because generally, I mean, over the last 10 years, very hard to maintain a big inventory of, say, Mega Drive, because there's so many collectors of it. There is so many collectors who love the Sega stuff. So yeah, it's always nice when it comes in, and it's nice to show you some on the show. And I'm going to start with a classic, and that is Operation Wolf. Now, why have I picked Operation Wolf? Well, firstly, because this is a beautiful example. Oh, it's a bit loose there. Hang on, let me show you. Look at that! Look at that manual! Look at that! It is a gorgeous one. The thing about Operation Wolf, famous on the Spectrum. It was okay on the Spectrum, but I really loved Operation Wolf in the coin-op with the gun, and you're like, ooh, brilliant fun. Let's check out the Master System version of Operation Wolf, and then let's check out the arcade version in comparison. Yeah, let's do that. So this is how a lot of us will remember Operation Wolf. This is the Spectrum version. Pretty good, actually. Pretty good. And here it is. This is the Sega Master System version. Bit of an upgrade, as you can tell. Okay, and here's the coin-op version. So, what have we learned? Yes, the arcade machine was much better. But anyway, as a home version, light gun compatible for the old Master System, it was a great game, and just a beautiful condition example to start us off. Here's another classic for the Master System. I think a lot of you guys love Master System as much as me. It's Sega's 8-bit console, and that is Wonder Boy. Yes, is it the landmark icon of the Master System? Not really. Alex Kidd wasn't it? Alex Kidd and Wonder Boy sitting in the tree, Kissing. No, what are they doing? They're having a fight, probably. There should be a game with Alex Kidd and Wonder Boy, because there's 3 Wonder Boy games on the Master System. It's a classic platformer. Why don't we check it out? Wonder Boy is a little bit, isn't it? Is it a little bit? Is it a little bit? Alright, yeah, it's a little bit doggy, just at that corner. But otherwise, a really nice example, really good case, lovely. Wonder Boy, good, okay. Now here's another classic on the Master System. It's a system for masters, and that is R-Type. Now, we recently talked a lot, we had a lot of PC Engine stuff, and we showed like R-Type on PC Engine. How does R-Type on the Master System compare? Well, it's not bad. It's not bad, is it? Remember, this is an 8-bit console, the same as the PC Engine. Yeah, it's maybe not not quite as free-flowing as the PC Engine version, but this is a particularly lovely. Look at the manual on that. Look at that. Hesitate, Jace, hesitate. Let's concentrate on the beauty of that fine piece of paper. Mega, yeah, really nice. Not Mega Master. Yeah, really nice example of R-Type classic shooter action. We've got a lot of shooters in the box again today. I'm a bit obsessed with shooting games at the moment. But this one is, well, it is shooting. Cyborg Hunter. Check it out. Cyborg Hunter, yes, more an unusual game for Master System. Again, beautiful condition, lovely manual, good slice of arcade action, and that's what you want your Master System to give you, isn't it? Arcade action. We don't need sports games on the Master System. We don't need puzzle games, not really. I mean, Clax is pretty good on the Master System, but we just want action. Now, what about this? Now, this is ahead of its time, Sega. Well done. Transbot. Yes! Who knew robots could be trans? And it's not like I picked this game just to make that joke, is it? Let's check out Transbot. Yes, doing their bit for the LGBT Android community. It's a joke, isn't it? It's a joke. Transbot, yeah. And there, look at this manual again. Look at the manuals on these games we're adding this week. Wow. And I know that you Master System and Mega Drive collectors really care about your manuals. You do. Why not? Why not? Okay, that's enough of Master System. Right, we've got some Mega Drive, we've got loose cartridges. So this is just an unusual one. It's a 2-in-1 card. It didn't sell particularly well. It's Magic, it's Fantasy Dizzy, and oh, I have to look at it. Cosmic Spacehead on one cartridge. Codemasters and their funny shaped cartridge. It's just a nice thing. They're both great arcade games, you know. And it's just nice to have them both on one card. It's an unusual double game cartridge for PAL formats. Lovely. Now let's get on to the box stuff. And here is a game that we haven't had in stock for a long time. Duel Master. Now the thing about Duel Master, before I show it, is don't you think, well, every time you see this game, you think, well, that's a puzzle game, isn't it? Because all those Duel Quest games you get on DS. You think Duel Master, that's just a columns-a-thon, you know, some sort of Tetris thing, some sort of match 3 puzzle game. No, it's not. This is an arcade adventure game. Check it out. Duel Master, yeah, it's really, really good and hard to find. And I don't think many people bought it because they thought it was a puzzle game. They didn't believe the screenshots. We don't believe the screenshots. That must be a puzzle game. You've got someone with magic fingers pointing at a fire dragon. It's got to be a puzzle game, hasn't it? Again, lovely condition this. We've got the cartridge. And we've got a lovely manual too. Duel Master, it's a very nice example. Not super rare. You could actually afford this. Not too crazy. Nice game, nice game. What about another one? Well, this one's a bit more expensive. Power Drive. Now this game wasn't so valuable as it is now, but it's really started shooting up in value. This is a PAL exclusive US Gold release. Power Drive. It's like a Neo Geo game. It's like one of them top spin, top down driving games. I love it. Check it out. Yes, Power Drive. What a lovely game. And this one, as you would expect, in beautiful, complete condition. Let's get it out. There you go, lovely manual. It's got some other gumph in there. It's got some warranty thing in the back. Yeah, a warranty card. But yeah, it's lovely. It's like new. Lovely Power Drive, and a very hard to find game for the Mega Drive. Didn't used to be hard to find though. That is a game back in the shop days, going back to the late 90s. I can remember having 6 or 7 copies of that, because I think in the UK there was a bit of a glut of them, but they all disappeared and now it's a rare one. The same happened with Castlevania. Mega Drive Castlevania, very common. Very common. Nobody bought those. Was it the new Castlevania? I can't remember what the subtitle is. But anyway, the Mega Drive version of Castlevania was a very hard to shift game in the UK. There was a glut of them, late 90s. You could pick it up for peanuts. And now, no, it's like a £100 game, isn't it? Next game, Jay, stop rambling. Blades of Vengeance. Now this is a really nice game. Check it out. Yeah, from the days when EA didn't just make FIFA games. It's not FIFA anymore, FC. But yeah, look at this beautiful arcade adventure platform. I mean, it's a bit like a Castlevania style. A Metroidvania. Why do they just put... How can you have... Metroid and Castlevania had a baby and it was Metroidvania. I don't like that. I know what it means. I know what sort of game type they run about. But yeah, I just don't know. I don't like it. We need a better game. A better game genre title for that. Anyway, lovely condition, and it's beautiful inside. Look at the cartridge, isn't that? It's like new. And look at the manual. And there's other stuff in there. There's warranty and stuff. It's beautiful. A really lovely example of a really hard to find game. Blades of Vengeance. Have we had enough Sega? I think we've had enough Sega. Let's do some Atari. Atari in the house! Yeah, Atari in the house. I'll never get bored of that. Just some of my classic. We had a bit of a batch of Atari carts came this week, quite a chunk of them. And I thought, well, I might as well get a couple of my faves on the show. What about this? Gorf. It's not the best, it's not ColecoVision, but check out Gorf on the VCS. Yes, classic shoot 'em action. Shoot 'em. It's a shoot 'em. Shoot 'em action. Yeah, I love it. I mean, the speech and the coin-op was just unbelievable. It was one of those games. I think we played it in... I played it... The original coin-op, I played it in a caravan park.
Long live Thor. Survival is impossible. Space Cadet.
We camped there the night as a kid. We'd gone on holiday. We were in the camper van, and then me and my brother, we sneak out to the arcade. They had a golf machine. It was like, what? It talks! It talks! The machine talks! Yeah, it was like aliens had actually visited the caravan park. Another one on the CBS label, and that is Wizard of War. Now, I love this game. More famously on the 64, Commodore 64. But Wizard of War, a classic Atari game. Check it. Now, from the moment I saw this again, it reminded me of a special we did about adult games. Do you know what I mean? I don't remember it looking like this on the Commodore 64. He seems to be walking around holding his long penis. And what can we say? He's ejaculating on the monsters. Wizard of War. It should be called Wizard of Jizz. Yeah, nice condition cartridge this. Yeah, okay, shame it's not boxed, but it's still a nice game to have in your collection. One more Atari game, and that's this, Dragster. Dragster. Now I picked this because it just, every time I see this game I just think, that's where we came from. That's where racing games, driving games came from. This is the roots of driving. Just check it out. It's a bit funny. It's a funny game, I'll give you that. It's funny looking, but it's just of the time. I love it. Dragster by Activision for the Atari VCS. Don't say 2600 to me. Wash your mouth out with soap, boy. What's next? Well, we have got some Nintendo here. Some Nintendo. Just to show you, we had some Super Famicom, the Rockman series. We've got Rockman X, and we've never had these on Super Famicom in stock before. Rockman X2, yes, we've got X7, and but we've not had X2, and X3. Now, if you don't know, I'm sure you all know, but those aren't Mega Man games, you know. Mega Man, Dr. Willy's Revenge and all that, Mega Man on the NES, and then later on Super Nintendo and Game Boy, Mega Man X and all that stuff. So yeah, that's the Rockman X. That's a Japanese name, the original name for it, and they came in this week. I'm not even going to show you. I don't know why. Okay, another SNES game to show you, and that is this. This is a rare game. This is Dirt Tracks FX, and the key there is FX. It uses the FX chip, the same as Stunt Race FX and Star Wing, or Star Fox, Star Wing, to improve the graphics. It was the SNES's answer to 32X, wasn't it? Let's upgrade, let's put extra capability within the cartridge. Let's make it capable of shifting 3D graphics around faster. Let's put an extra chip, the Super FX chip, British chip, designed by Jez Sand's company Argonaut, and put in only a handful of games. And this one is definitely the rarest Super FX game, Dirt Tracks FX. Check it out. Yeah, just the cartridge, but it's such a rare game. Yeah, okay, it still seems a bit lumpy because they're trying to push the boundaries of an early 16-bit console, trying to get it to do things that it wasn't really designed to do. So yeah, it's a bit lumpy. Stunt Race FX is a very lumpy game now. And you're thinking, but this has got extra hardware to make it smooth and fast. It is hard to believe, but yes, they did. Whew. Moving on. PlayStation 2. Now, I don't think we've covered PlayStation 2 much on the show over the last couple of years. And why not? Because there's so much great PS2 stuff. We talked a lot about, Sega Saturn and Neo Geo lately, lots of shooters and that. There is so much great stuff for PS2. I'm going to start with this is a personal favourite of mine. This is Auto Modelista. Now, I don't know if you remember when this came out. To have cel-shaded graphics in a racing game, it really did feel like, oh my goodness, we've walked into the future. Check it out. I mean, as it goes, it's not particularly amazing racing experience, but it just looks so different. It was such a breath of fresh air at the time. Capcom, not renowned for racing games really, but it was like, I don't know, it feels like a proper game, doesn't it? That's a proper video game, and I love it. And I've got some compilation things for PS2 this week. This is like Taito Legends 2. Now these things have got some great games on. I know this is easy, isn't it? You've got your PS2. You can play PS2 on PS3. Can you play PS2 on PS5? Possibly. You can play PS2 on PS4, can you? Yeah, you can play PS1 on PS4. Can't you? Who am I talking talking to? Who am I asking all these questions to? Do I want the answers? No, I don't want the answers. You write the answers down, put them in an envelope and send them back to yourself in 10 years' time. This is a compilation from Taito, Legends 2. And I'll just run through some of the games that are included on this. Some real classics. Some we haven't heard of as well. Legend of Cage, you'll know that from the 64 and the Spectrum. Liquid Kids. I've taken some of them kids in the back of the car. Stop it! You went before! Camel Tree. That's Super Space Invaders 91. That's a good one. Crazy Balloon. You know I love that game. Puzzle Bobble 2. Don Doco Don, which is a classic shooter. Quicks, the original Quicks. Elevator Action Returns, that's like an updated sequel to Elevator Action, absolute classic platformer. Grandstand 2, Space Invaders 95, Space Invaders DX, Insector X, Wild Western, Kiki Kakai, Gun and Frontier, G Darius is on there. Balloon Bomber, Race Storm, there's loads, it's like 30 odd games on this. 30 odd games. I just think what a brilliant deal. It's from Taito. I just think it's a brilliant way to play loads of retro stuff. Updated and quite slick. Just like this one is. This is Capcom Classics Collection. More of the same really. But another huge list of amazing games on this. 1942, 1943, 1943 Kai, Bionic Commando, X-Dice, Final Fight, Forgotten Worlds, Ghosts and Goblins, Ghouls and Ghosts, Gunsmoke, Mercs, Sun, Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition, Super Ghouls and Ghosts. I mean, there's just so much great content, so many great games. You know, and I think the PS2 was pretty good at emulating those arcade coin-ops, but because Capcom reprogrammed them for that format, they are slick, they are fast, they are great games to play. Now Sega took that step one further with this. This is Sega Classics Collection. Because they actually remade loads of, legendary coin-op games. I know, get ready James, you've probably got this, I'm sure. Yeah, Space Harrier, Golden Axe, Fantasy Zone, Monaco GP, Columns. But they also remade the original Outrun for the PS2 using polygon-y style graphics, which is not what Outrun was. Check it out.
Get ready.
Yes, Outrun for the PS2 there. I don't think it's quite as good as the original there. But anyway, moving on. Now, do you remember that movie based on that video game? It starred Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Yeah, it was a real classic, arcade game. Was it Spy Hunter? Spy Hunter, yeah, Spy Hunter. But do you remember Spy Hunter Nowhere to Run? What? Yes, that is The Rock. This is not a film. This is not a film. They've just used a CGI image of The Rock on a sequel for Spy Hunter. Now, Spy Hunter is a legendary arcade machine. I remember from the Spectrum, driving in the back of the truck and getting your extra weapons. It was brilliant. It was better on the Spectrum than the arcade, arguably, I would say. This is so different to that. Check it out. Okay, so I might have given the game a bit of an overly hard time. Yeah, it's a drive-in fun game. It's a 3D battle game, really. It's got these moments where the action just stops and you have a res style select the enemies and launch the weapons moment. I don't know, it just slows the action down. Now wait till you see the transition to a boat. That was it. I didn't cut and shove that. That is actually the transition. That's pretty poor. It just switched to a boat in about 3 frames. And it's not a real boat, is it? Now between these driving sequences is bits like this, a bit of a punch 'em up, which is actually pretty good. This is pretty, I think I am actually the Rock Johnson there, the Dwayne. Punch a bit. I'm on a train. Pick this guy up, chuck him out the door. Just as a reminder, this is what this entire game is based on. Spy Hunter the coin-op. Yeah, not quite the Spy Hunter you want to play, is it? It's just another PlayStation drive-in racing game. But anyway, interesting, isn't it? Different. Okay, let's get on with the shooters. Now this game, very highly rated on PS2. This is Mobile Light Force 2. Check it out. A lot of fun, brilliant. I don't expect this to be very long at all. Always sells almost instantly. Carry on, more shooters. What about this? Space Invaders Invasion Day. It's by Taito. Licensed by Sammy. It is an update version of Space Invaders, set in city streets, in alleyways. It's an incredibly evocative attempt at recreating a retro vibe. Check it out. Now this game comes so close to being an essential PS2 classic. I mean, just check the amazing gameplay. It really is 3D Space Invaders, beautiful graphics, stunning. It looks so good it could be a Dreamcast game. Now the problem is it's a bit easy. That's the sad thing, it's a bit easy.
Terrible. Why would they do this?
It is a shame when a great game is pretty easy to get through, but loads of amazing levels, loads of alien variants. I mean, it is Space Invaders, but with bosses like this. What a creepy guy. Yes, Invasion Day. It's cheesy, it's a bit cheesy. So we like it. Now what about this? This is a classic. You'll know this from the Dreamcast. Gunbird Special Edition. Yeah, an updated, increased version of classic shoot 'em action. Check it out. Yeah, top-down shooting at its finest. The PlayStation 2 is host to so many great shooters. You forget because you just think about them being on Sega formats or PC Engine. You know, you think Saturn shooters. You think, Neo Geo top-down shooters. Yeah, a bit. Dreamcast, particularly Dreamcast top-down shooters. But no, PS2 had some great stuff. Great stuff like this. Castle Shikigami, War of the Worlds 2. Now this is a really good shooter. Check it out. Loads of action in that one, isn't there? Yeah, what a game. Beautiful. Lovely example. Yes, we're racing through these because there's just so many great shooters. I've got another one. Steel Dragon EX. More of the same. Check it. Yeah, Steel Dragons! We love stealing dragons. Yeah, I just love the PS2 is capable of really filling the screen. Last week we showed 1943, didn't we, on the PC Engine? And yeah, it's a classic shooter and it's a lot of fun, but it doesn't fill the screen with the atmosphere, like the explosions, the fire. So busy. Those Japanese tail-end top-down shooters are so busy on the screen. You can barely keep track of where the bullets are, can you? I mean, pretty bad. It's not bad. I'm not saying simpler games are more fun, but I am a retro gamer and maybe they are. Stop it, Jace! Cyvaria Complete Edition. Guess what? It's a top-down shooter. Check it out. Yeah, how many shooters can he find in the box today? I know the box is full of shooters. It's shooters, and I'd say that's the end of it. It's not the end of it. There's more. What about this? It's by the legendary Taito, Kings of Space Invaders. 12 Stag, or X11 Stag. Check it out. The masters, the arcade masters of the top-down shooter are back with a new game oh, it's just mega, isn't it? It's mega! These are mega classic. These are retro-themed games. I mean, they're proper retro, aren't they? Top-down shooters. I haven't finished. Slipheed, another one. Yeah, check this out. It's exhausting. How much shooters can you... I just think there's a lot of shooters. That's the thing, if you buy a games collection and you buy it from a fan of shooters, then it's going to have a lot of shooters in it. So when the collection gets... Generally our collections get put on at the similar time because they're all together. So you end up getting lots of similar themed games in a row. And I kind of like that. It's like a time, not just a time for PS2 fans, it's a time for PS2 shooter fans. Okay. Oof. What about this? I'm going to read the spine. This is Xyanide Resurrection. Another amazing shooter for PS2. Check it out.
Now tell me the developer of this game didn't love Crazy Comets.
What a game, beautiful game, yeah, fabulous. I love it. Yeah, what a brilliant game. Okay, so that is probably all the shooters, that's enough shooters for PS2. But there's one more thing in the box. Let me show you this. Yes, unlike last week when we didn't have any, this week we do have a handheld game on the site, a new one, a new edition. And I get very excited about handheld games. You know, I've made a right mess on the table. Hang on, let me clear some of this stuff away. It's not a shooter. It's this. It's called Superboy. It's about me. No, it's not about me. It's called Superboy. But this is a game that's got a lot of names because I'll get it on the camera. You see it's Superboy there, but if you actually look at the branding, it says the Iron Boy, and it's actually not. It's not really that called that at all. It's actually an anime game. It's based on an anime series from the 1960s called Perman. So that guy is called Perman. He's like a little kid who suddenly gets superpowers, and he has a little monkey sidekick. It's a big Japanese series, but this is the European. I mean, it's still made. It's still a Japanese game. But it's what they would have released in Europe, and I think probably not even in the UK, but maybe France. Got a lot of Liwako. The game's actually made by Yonezawa, who made loads of classic electronic games in Japan. Let's get the game up. Look at this. Now the thing about this game is unusual. You can see you've got the manual, it's all beautiful condition, 1983, so it's very old, but it's got two screens. and this screen moves. Yes, it's a sliding mini screen, quite unlike any other game of the time. Now, it would seem amiss to me not to try and play it, so I'm going to power it up. I have played this, I've practiced for the show. I'm going to try and show you it running. Okay, but bear with me, it's tricky. Now, I hope you can see the LCD graphics there. I do know what to do. It's a very strange game. So if I press the game A and then start. Now you'll see that I'm in that house. So you see I'm in the middle in that house. Come out of the house and down. Then press the action button to build a bridge. And then across the bridge. And then I go up. And then I go up again. And I go across. And I've got to shoot. Oh, and then I can go across. And I've got... Oh, I fell down. You've got to grab the thing on the crane. It's very hard to see because I have to get in position with the camera and it's not easy, but I'll try one more time. One more time. I'm in the house, I'm down there, I'm pressing the button for the bridge. I go across the bridge, I go up, 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 give the lady something. Right, then I go, then they extend, I'm on, and off. Oh, I fell off the screen. Once you get over there, the little ladder comes up and you actually jump into this screen and hit the bad guy in the little screen. As you can see, he's lit up. And then you come out and then you have to go back round and get back into your house. So it's a very long-winded, strange game. It's quite unlike any LCD game I've played before. It's not like one challenge. It's a bit like an arcade adventure in a handheld. So it's unusual, but what a beautiful game. I hope you like seeing that. What a brilliant item to end the show on. So as usual, I will say thank you for watching. All this stuff is available on the site this week from tonight. Until next week, happy retro gaming, retro gamers!
Retrogames says thank you for watching. Retrogames says thank you for watching.
How come every time I try and do one of these on camera, I'm rubbish? I'm just rubbish. It's because, give me my excuses. It's because I'm having to play standing up underneath the camera and I'm looking at what the action on the screen's doing through the little screen on the back of the camera. And that's not really the ideal way to play an LCD game. All right.